Speaking of Trump, Michael, US President Donald Trump has threatened in a social media post just yesterday to invade Nigeria, of all places. In fact, to send in US soldiers with, quote, guns a-blazing to stop the murder there of Christians by Islamic extremists if Nigeria didn't act. And that's after this video of a Church of Christ pastor standing in the grave of the latest victims went viral in the US.
Nigerian government came out openly and denied there's no massacre, there's no genocide of Christians in Nigeria, and look at it today.
We blurred out the bodies there. Nigeria's government says it protects citizens of all faiths. Islamic gunmen actually kill Muslims as well, and there is no genocide specifically of Christians, although more than 7,000 Christians, Michael, have been reported killed there in just the first 7 months of this year. What do you make of Trump's move?
I really doubt that he's going to challenge the MAGA base by in getting US soldiers involved in any military effort in Nigeria, but he hopes to frighten the lackluster leadership in Lagos into action to protect their own people. I'm sure they're frightened now, and let's hope these anti-Christian pogroms that are happening all around the world, not only to Christians, but I mean the poor people in Darfur in Western Sudan. You see the pictures of them being murdered, mothers and children, by these Janjaweed militia. They're actually brown Arab Muslims from Khartoum who look on the black Muslims of Western Sudan as lower forms of life. So it's a very complicated picture, but Christians are the most persecuted religion in the world at the moment, including all over the Middle East and in Nigeria.
Yeah, what's interesting, Stephen, is not offering to send US soldiers to say stop Muslims killing Muslims, but yes, Muslims killing Christians. I think it's good that he puts pressure on Nigeria. I think it's excellent. It's been a very silent sort of, well, almost like jihad there. What do you make of it?
Well, look, I mean, firstly, I want to say to the hard left in Australia, that's what genocide looks like. Not what went on in Israel and the Hamas conflict. Have a good hard look, hard left in Australia. That's what a real genocide looks like. When there are bodies, as you've seen some of the aerial photos, just heaped up against a wall. So for those who've tried to pretend and continue to pretend that the Middle East conflict was Israeli genocide, it's just that makes a joke of them even further. But look, if Trump is successful, and again, for the sake of all of those in all religions that are being murdered, then that would be a good thing. I'm with Michael 100%. There'll be no boots on the ground. But as he's demonstrated in his strike on Iran, he doesn't need to put boots on the ground to absolutely change the landscape. So let's hope that it's not needed. Let's hope that the Nigerian government takes some sort of control of the disaster that's occurring.
Well, it'll be very interesting watching. On the other hand, Michael, Donald Trump refused on the weekend to promise the US would defend Taiwan if China attacked it, like it's threatened to, even though Joe Biden, as you know, as president, did promise to defend Taiwan. Have you listened to Trump on the weekend?
Would you order US forces to defend Taiwan?
You'll find out if it happens. And he understands the answer to that.
Why not say
This
it?
never even came up yesterday as a subject. He never brought it up. I'm not somebody that tells you everything because you're asking me a question, but they understand what's going to happen. And he has openly said, and his people have openly said at meetings, we would never do anything while President Trump is president because they know the consequences.
Michael, what is that about? Is Trump weakening on China?
He's equivocal. Look, I'll go out on a bit of a limb, Andrew, and say the Taiwanese are to blame for this a lot themselves. Their F-16s, which they've bought, are still not fully deployed. So that's aircraft that could match the Chinese. They've spent insufficiently on defence, and their young people is only now do 12 months after having done 3 months conscription. So why should American boys from Peoria lay down their lives to defend a country that doesn't appear to be aggressive in defending itself. Shocking. I think that Trump is trying to make other deals with Taiwan. We've only got a year to get these critical minerals online. I hope Australia can do it, because the truce that he did with Xi is only for a year.
Yeah, good point. Stephen, you might have heard me, and I feel embarrassed, suggest that Gina Reinhart be the next US ambassador to America just 1 week after I said that you should be. But the reason I've dropped you, mate, it's not personal.
Dumped. You are fickle, Andrew. You are fickle.
Well, it's only because you've aspired to a higher position, mate. You're on the Foxtel board. Essentially, you're my boss in a way. Doesn't this suggest really that you do have a lot of influence with Labor, which is why you are there?
No, I love the way you've managed to get yourself out of dumping me as the ambassador there, Andrew. But no, I continue to be a feather duster. I enjoy being part of the debate here on Sky. I've never had anyone tell me I can't say this or that. I obviously support Labor and from the Labor side of politics, but I appreciate the chance to talk with you, Paul Murray, Kieran Gilbert, Pete Stefanovic on a regular basis every week. And it's great to see that pluralism of debate takes place in Australia right across a range of channels. But just to clarify for everybody, Foxtel don't own Sky. Sky pay to appear on Foxtel, so I have actually no influence on you and the Sky News channel at
you
all.
have an influence. I tell you what, if you come back here after Foxtel cuts its payments to Sky, there'll be hell to pay. You'll be hell to pay. Don't bother coming. Stephen Conroy, Michael Danby, thank you very much to you both.